It is Freestyle Friday, and I have to admit, I am recording this episode under a little bit of stress. So I'm going to make stress the topic. If you're someone who stresses out or worries, this episode is for you. So let's get into it. The What's Eating You podcast is a series of mental health topics that are designed to make you think, learn, educate, and validate. Enjoy the show. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Steph and I'm a psychologist here to break complex situations down and encourage you to live a more optimal life through practical strategies and mindset coaching. Now, I'm feeling a bit stressed because I need to leave right now to go to the airport. I'm going to Bali tonight. I'm going there to do some presentations with the National Women's Fitness Academy, but also just to spend some time there. I absolutely love Bali. It is my goal to live there for part of the year and just have that ability. So I am staying for an extended period of time. Well, I say extended, but it's literally 3 weeks and 3 days, so 24 days in total. And I'm feeling annoyed at myself, if I'm completely honest. I'm feeling annoyed that I wasn't more organized. I'm feeling annoyed that I've been flustered all day. And you can probably relate to this. Essentially, we have these expectations of ourselves. We have these expectations that we should be organized and we shouldn't be frantic and we should have all our things together and we should get up earlier and we should be on time. And these expectations can often leave you feeling defeated and deflated. And I think what's really got me is I have always considered myself as an organized person. I've always thought, yep, I'm super organized, I'm super on time, etc. I'm actually maybe not on time, but I'm organized, I've got my life together, but I actually don't think I am. I do not think I'm an organized person. I think when it comes to work and other people, yes, when I've had to, I guess, work for other organizations or when it comes to other people, I'm extremely organized, but I've noticed that I'm not that organized maybe lately, maybe this year, I don't know. Maybe the Gold Coast has made me more chill. But it's so easy to get down on yourself when you're not living up to your own expectations. So what I usually ask is, Steph, if you felt better right now, or if you felt more organized, what would be different? And it always comes back to getting up earlier. But literally waking up at 6 a.m., I get 8 hours sleep. It works for me. I feel good. I feel functional. And I'm not willing to compromise on that at the moment because it feels fine. But it's always waking up earlier. It's having my social media more organized, planning my posts for Instagram, not just sporadically posting what I feel that day. And it just involves having packed before this trip, having packed yesterday, having organized myself so I'm not recording a podcast 3 minutes over the time I'm meant to be at the airport or on the way to the airport. So that's my expectation of myself, but is it really a big deal in the scheme of things? So when I'm going down this stress spiral of self-criticism and frustration and anger, I just say, Steph, what's the worst that can happen? I missed my flight. Well, that did happen. I did miss my flight when I came back from Bali last time, and it was a hefty fee, but it was fine. I got on another flight. I made it. It was all good. In future, what can I do to be more organized? Well, now I know I need to pack the day before because can I just say packing takes so long. My goodness, you think you've got everything and then you're like, I need this, I need that, I need that. And I'm overpacking this time because I severely underpacked last time and I felt I had no clothes and I made it work, but you know, everyone says don't overpack. I say overpack. I think it's better to be overpacked than underpacked. So what I did do today to try to help me is meditate first thing in the morning. My intention was there. I went to the gym. My intention was there. I went for a walk. My intention was there. And I didn't overly book myself. So I had 2 formal appointments I needed to go to, which were fine. It actually helps give me structure. But now it's time to let it go. Now is the time to let it go. If I've forgotten something, it's okay. I can buy it over there. I actually forgot my charger last time I went. If I'm not living up to my expectation, that's okay. I can work to monitor that. But it's unreasonable to expect that you're going to be this organized, high-functioning person all the time. And the reason you're so hard on yourself is because you think everyone else around you is this high-functioning, organized person all the time. But let me tell you something. They are not. They miss flights. Well, I'm going to tell myself they do. They don't pack their things the night before. They aren't super prepared. And there's nothing wrong with this. It's okay. Your life isn't going to end because you're not living up to your standards and expectations. So if you're in a similar boat as me and you can often be self-critical and think, oh, why aren't I doing this better? Why don't I have my life together? It's okay. Take a deep breath. The key is, am I going in the direction of where I want to go? And if the answer is yes, then you are doing enough, I promise you. So on this episode, it is just a reminder, a very quick reminder that stress is a normal part of life and it's actually necessary, and there's different types of stress. But what comes down to your health at the end of the day is how you perceive stress to negatively impact your health. So they've done studies where they've followed people and they followed how these people perceived stress to impact their health. And what they basically found is people who think stress negatively impacts their health have worse health outcomes. They actually died sooner than the people who didn't believe that stress impacted their health. So at the end of the day, everything comes down to your perception. So if you're having a stressful day, if you're feeling overwhelmed, just say stop. What is my perception of the situation? And for me, I'm perceiving myself as being unorganized, as being unprepared, as being flustered, and that's not the person I want to be. And that's okay. It's okay to want to improve your life and step into a different version of yourself. But you're not going to get there by being critical. So any moment of today, I felt like being self-critical. I just took a deep breath. I'm like, it is what it is. Let's just roll with it. You've done the best you can given the circumstances. And if you haven't done the best you can given the circumstances, it's not going to help to dwell on it. So out of everyone, cut yourself some slack. You have a lot going on. Everyone has a lot going on. And perfection's overrated. Because do you know what I realized? When I was super organized and super prepared and super planned, when things didn't go to plan, I found it challenging to tolerate and handle. Whereas now, things happen and you can't organize everything and all that. You're kind of a bit more chill about it and you almost not expect it, but you're okay for the unexpected. Anyways, I seriously need to leave for the airport now and hopefully I don't miss my flight. I hope you've enjoyed this super short episode. I will be back with lots more, but if you're going to take something away from this, it's change your perception of stress. A little bit of stress is okay. Take a deep breath and remember, even if you're doing all the right things, there's just going to be days you feel flustered. And you can ask yourself, given the circumstances, is it reasonable I feel a bit flustered and anxious? And usually the answer is yes. So I'm giving myself that grace today and I'm giving myself self-compassion because that's what we all need. If you enjoyed this mini episode, let me know. And if you have a podcast request, let me know because I will be recording in Bali as well. A massive thank you for being here. This is not the 100th episode I had planned. I wanted to do something grand. I wanted to do something cool. But hey, there's always next time, right? So let's all focus on being consistently imperfect. See you in the next episode. Have a great week.